Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 423. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Hasbro Toys Marvel Universe Infinite Series Marvel's Sandman action figure. Career criminal William Baker can shapeshift his body to clobber anyone in his way. William Baker, or Flint Marko if you prefer, comes wearing his own brown trousers, belt, and trademark two-tone green shirt. This 3 3/4 inch Infinite Series figure comes with a brand new detailed head sculpt, with intricate detailing and paintwork. Sandman's limbs feature fine sculpting to make them look quite convincing. Grabbing Hand is sculpted to be able to hold another figure by the arm or leg, which is really cool for a 3 3/4 inch scale figure. Figure comes with premium articulation, with rotating hinges at the shoulders and elbows. Its legs are ball jointed at the hips and ankles, and double hinged knees. Head also has a rotating ball joint. Figure has great posability and displayability. Comes on a blister card with full window display and was released in 2015 by Hasbro Toys. Now, the comic of the day is Spiderman, Volume 1, Issue number 18, with the cover date of January 1992. This is part of the Revenge of the Sinister Six arc, with story by Eric Larson, art by Eric Larson, and so is the cover. He's been a busy bee. This issue is titled Revenge of the Sinister Six, Part 1. We open with Spider-Man and Ghost Rider attempting to stop a rampaging cyborg in a shopping mall. Neither hero recognizes the half-man, half-robot, and its confused statements don't lend any clues as to where he came from. The cyborg is confused, scared, and lashing out wildly. He swats Ghost Rider away as if he were nothing, and causes the web-slinger to dodge a hail of bullets before taking off into the sky. Spider-Man manages to tag a web line and is dragged into the air as Ghost Rider rides his bike up the side of a skyscraper, jumps from it, and connects with a punch to the cyborg's face. A very cool move. Luckily, Spider-Man and Ghost Rider are able to weigh the cyborg down and smash through a billboard and send him corralling into an abandoned building. The building collapses and buries the cyborg in debris as the web-slinger attempts to go after him. The two heroes only watch and wonder if they will ever know what this confrontation was all about, but are happy that it's over. Spider-Man swings to drop Ghost Rider off at his bike and then goes to call S.H.I.E.L.D. to pick up the body. The cyborg, however, is stumbling from the rubble unnoticed and still mumbling gibberish. Meanwhile, the Sandman is checking in on the Quesada family. The Quesadas used to let him board with them, but were forced to ask him to leave when the media was alerted to his presence there. Dr. Octopus has threatened to kill the family if Sandman didn't go along with the last Sinister Six team-up. And there is still the concern that he'd go through with it, since Sandman had betrayed them. Suddenly, the entire house explodes before his eyes. While holding one of the Quesadas in his arms, Sandman swears revenge on Dr. Octopus and won't stop until he's dead. Meanwhile, Dr. Octopus is busy obtaining the adamantium arms that he'd been searching years for. They were created a long while ago, and now he finally gets to use them. The old man that he had gotten them from demands payment. Instead, the mad scientist kills him, and then rips apart the army of robots that the old man had brought as backup. Destroying the robots with relative ease, Dr. Octopus relishes his newfound power. After it's over, he takes the massive amount of weaponry left behind to increase his own weapons cache. While at that same time, at the home of Peter Parker and his wife, Mary Jane tells her husband that she just got a phone call and is planning to audition for a role in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. This leads to an argument when Mary Jane tells him that the role also involves nude scenes. Peter isn't comfortable with the idea of everyone seeing his wife nude. This angers Mary Jane, who sees the role as a huge break and that it's her body and her career to choose. She's insulted and cannot believe that Peter could be so squeamish about it. Meanwhile, Sandman meets up with his former members of the Sinister Six to get revenge on Dr. Octopus. Vulture, Mysterio, Electro, and the Hobgoblin are all in. Sandman lets them know that he's in it just for revenge for what happened to the Quesadas. He then goes to the hospital to visit Mrs. Quesada and decides that he's going to need a backup man because of his mistrust of the Sinister Six. So he then hangs around the Daily Bugle for Spider-Man. Once they find each other, Sandman asks Spider-Man to come along as backup to take down Dr. Octopus. Later that evening, the members of the Sinister Six converge on the hideout of Dr. Octopus. Spider-Man is tagged along, sticking to the shadows to keep his presence a secret. As the Six approach their former leader, Spider-Man's spider sense begins going off, warning him of something behind him. Something big. Continued in Spider-Man, issue number 19. Geek Fact. This is considered a key issue, being the first appearance of Cyborg X, and it's the first issue of the Revenge of the Sinister Six story arc. Bonus Geek Fact. The Sandman had to move out of the Quesada's home following the events of Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 348, from June of 1991, due to the media attention not allowing the Quesadas to be a normal family since Sandman's arrival. Another bonus geek fact. The Sandman had been forced into working with the Sinister Six from Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 334, through issue 339. He was forced by Dr. Octopus, who threatened to bomb the Quesada's family home and kill them all if he didn't. Another bonus geek fact. The adamantium arms Doc Ock is using were created for him in Daredevil, Volume 1, issue number 165, from July of 1980. He used stronger arms because Spider-Man broke a previous one leading up to this issue, titled Arms of the Octopus. State-of-the-art gaming. It's all new for the Nintendo Game Boy. Get your mind back in the gutter. Time to get crude and rude, dude. 'Cause old Shredhead has nabbed April O'Neil again in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Back from the sewers. Konami's all-new bodacious shell-bound Shell Shocker for Game Boy. 2 megs of memory puts major screenage in your face with bigger characters and cooler action. 6 totally tasty levels, plus 5 bonus pizza collecting stages. Walk, talk, jump, climb, skateboard, and surf through sewers, buildings, subways, highways, and the Technodrome, and other areas of pain. Righteous reporter, April is missing serious airtime, dude, so get slicing, and maybe Shredder will choke and croak for good. Not! Don't miss out on these righteous games, my friend, from Konami. Plus, only available at Walmart stores by Konami. Get a firm grip, my friend. Grab onto these Power Pack games and find out how much gripping adventure you can handle. These were meant to grip in your hands for all-day action. Play Bill Elliott's NASCAR racing. Rev up and rocket through 4 hot tracks in this slick stock car game. Then we're back with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Defy dangerous odds and diabolical enemies to rescue righteous April. Cowabunga, dude! Plus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Shredder's Last Stand, with 5 stages to thrill you, dude. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Basketball. Half shredded heroes slam dunk a full court press of infamous fiends. Only at Walmart by Konami.
And final geek fact.
The Sandman, William Baker, aka Flint Marko, is a shapeshifter endowed through an accident with the ability to turn himself into sand. He started out as a reoccurring adversary to the superhero Spiderman. He slowly redeemed over time, eventually becoming an anti-hero. The Sandman has also been an enemy of the Fantastic Four and is a founding member of the supervillain teams, the Sinister Six and the Frightful Four. The Sandman first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 4, from September of 1963, and was created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko as an adversary of Spider-Man. He was soon depicted in other comics, such as The Incredible Hulk and The Fantastic Four. The Sandman served as a villain of the first issue of the Spider-Man spin-off series, Marvel Team-Up, issue number 1 from March of 1972, which gave him more of a morally ambiguous depiction. Subsequent stories stuck with the character's original depiction, but a decade later, the more sympathetic portrayal of the Sandman returned, starting with Marvel 2-in-1, issue number 86, from April of 1982, in which the Sandman is given co-star billing with his nemesis, The Thing. The Sandman was later an ally of Spider-Man, as well as a reserve member of the Avengers, and a member of Silver Sable's Wild Pack, team of mercenaries. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.